So yesterday, right at the end of the show, Mark Carney made a big announcement. Basically, he's got a new food strategy for Canada, which aims to boost access to local, affordable food. The Prime Minister pledged $3.2 billion to help pay for it. Sylvain Charlebois is the food professor. He's a senior director at Agri-Food Analytics Lab and professor of Faculties of Management and Agriculture at Dalhousie. And he joins us on the line. Hi, Sylvain.
Good afternoon, Sue.
So what is the new food strategy?
I'm not sure, actually, if it is a strategy at all.
Okay.
I actually do think it's more of a list of investments, really, more than anything. And to be honest, when you look at the list, there are some good ideas. I mean, the list includes investments in food hubs. We need those. Investments in greenhouses and controlled environment agriculture projects. Those are capital intensive. You need the role of government for sure. The list also includes money funding for independent grocers. We also need that. That certainly would be welcome help, although I don't know exactly how $1 billion will actually help independent grocers. I don't know how that's going to be operationalized, but overall, a list of great ideas. But there are no measurable objectives. It's over 10 years, $3.2 billion, so it's $320 million a year. And we all know that to build just one processing facility in the food space, it can cost up to $400 million. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not a whole lot of money.
Yeah, okay, I'm getting that. So what do you think is behind it then?
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that people are expecting the government to do something, anything really, to bring down costs. A lot of people are obviously concerned about food costs these days, and so to look good, the government actually wanted to make an announcement. We don't know exactly how they made the decision to come up with these ideas. We don't know who was consulted, but at the end of the day, I think they just wanted to actually bring something forward so Canadians can feel a bit more comfortable. The thing is, Sue, I'm very doubtful that this is actually going to make much of a difference, given the amount of money and also the fact that, well, we're spending money we don't have again. I don't believe a reporter actually did ask the question about where the money is going to be coming from. Mm-hmm. It's not in the budget, so I suspect that they are going to have to create money to actually spend on this. Is it going to be worthwhile? Well, only time will tell, but I don't think it's going to make food more affordable over the short term. Maybe the long term, but not over the short term.
Right. So what I've been reading about it basically is the way that the government is selling it is that it's really about becoming more self-reliant. We were talking with Amanda Lang, just now about kind of sovereignty, which is, kind of the buzzword for Canada right now, to be more sovereign in terms of producing our own food. And I was kind of shocked at the numbers that Canada imports so much, like 88% of fresh fruits and nuts, 72% of vegetables, and half of our food imports coming from the United States. Do you think that is something that should be tackled, whether or not this is the right maybe way to do it? Do you think that is a real issue?
What needs to be underscored, and I think it's missing in the conversation since yesterday, is that farmers are price takers, that they'll actually sell their products to the best bidder. And so right now what's goofy about our food system is that we actually do produce enough tomatoes for ourselves, but it's all sold overseas. Why? Because Americans actually are willing to pay more for our tomatoes. And so we import a lot of tomatoes. So you kind of have to be careful with how you read the numbers.
Yeah.
Do you want to produce more produce over the wintertime? Of course. But it has to be affordable. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. If you can actually import, say, food from Mexico, and that's half price, why spend billions of dollars to basically produce products that can be bought from other countries around the world? And of course, in return, because we have so many resources, we produce so much food, we actually are selling a lot of food to the rest of the world, generating wealth for our economy.
Right. So what sounds kind of like common sense, like, hey, we grow so much food, we should be a sovereign food-wise, actually to you doesn't really make that much sense economically.
No, well, fish and seafood is another example. We actually consume 5% of all of our production. The rest is exported, and 95% of the food being produced or consumed here is actually coming from overseas. So it's really a bit bizarre. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to produce things you're good at. But you also want to import things that you can't be good at. I mean, bananas, I don't see. Well, yeah, chocolate, coffee, things like that. I'm not expecting Canada to be good at everything, really.
So you mentioned food hubs, and you said, well, that's a good in your beginning of your remarks about lists of investments that the government wants to make. And I didn't realize that this was such a big issue, but according to the research that I was doing, this is one of the main obstacles because these food hubs are just not accessible to everyone, and they're expensive for smaller grocery stores. What do you think the government's going to do there, and how would that help?
Well, so the Ontario Food Terminal is a good example of that. You basically have the largest food hub in North America right in the GTA, and that hub really helps small restaurant operators, small retail stores, things like that. So if you want to democratize food retailing and food service, you create hubs. So you basically allow farmers, anybody who actually grows food, to have access to a market very quickly, very efficiently, without thinking much about investing in marketing or anything like that. It's all there. The market is there. So with more food hubs, you create more connections and more deals. And that's kind of how you're able to localize your food offering overall.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that they seem to be trying to target are smaller grocery stores as opposed to the big chains, and trying to give them a leg up. And I think you see this especially in cities, right? I mean, there are like corner grocery stores that just can't compete with the bigger chains.
That's right. So when you go to the Ontario Food Terminal, you'll see a lot of small retailers. They go there daily to buy what they need for their small stores, and that's how you make a difference. That's how you create competition overall. So food hubs are a good idea, and I think that's probably the one thing that resonated with me yesterday during the call.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you're very underwhelmed by this strategy. It sounds like maybe it's a bit of a political grandstanding. What would you like to see the government do? Because we know affordability is such a huge issue right now. Is there something more concrete you would have liked to have seen?
Oh, my goodness, yes. So first of all, it'd be nice to actually have measurable key objectives. That's one thing. Over 10 years, you want to know, where are we going here? Two, what about supply management? Supply management is 20% of our entire ag sector, and there's no vision other than protectionism, which I'm not sure is the right move right now, especially in light of the fact that the entire world is looking for more protein, so dairy, poultry, things like that. And thirdly, well, we're spending $7.80 per Canadian per year, while in the U.S., the Farm Bill, for the same thing, they're spending $120 per American per year.
I'm
doing
sorry,
the same thing.
For what? For supporting farmers? What's the money
supporting farmers,
right.
supporting Agri-Food, supporting their strategy. And that's excluding the SNAP program for nutrition. So basically they're spending 13 times more money doing the same thing in the U.S. So I don't see the commitment. All
right. Well, interesting talking to you and having it put into perspective. Thanks so much, Sylvain.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. That's Sylvain Charlebois, the food professor. He's a senior director at Agri-Food Analytics Lab and professor of Faculties of Management and Agriculture at Dalhousie University. And yeah, big glass of cold water on that food strategy that was announced yesterday.
The newest tracks. Let's go. New music. And the next big thing.
Always on the new music first.
Your first place to hear it all.
'Cause you gon' like it, love it, wanna play it twice. Playing now.
iHeart New Music. your digital station for brand new drops, fresh finds, and tomorrow's bangers. Powered by North by Northeast Music Festival, taking place June 10th to 14th across Toronto. iHeart New Music. Stream now, online, on your smart speaker, and preset on the free iHeartRadio app.